But if you're trading London, one of the things you want to do is develop an understanding of the opening range. And the opening range for that is 1:30 in the morning, Eastern time, to 2 o'clock in the morning. And when we have that indicated, we can look left and you'll see that we have high, and right before 1:30, we have relative equal highs. So what's going to be above that? Buy side. We'll get to that in a moment. But we start at 1:30 and then we rotate lower and draw back down to a lower discount. The first presented fair value gap here during that 1:30 a.m. to 2 o'clock in the morning, this is what price is looking at. If you're trying to trade London session, if you want to trade London open kill zone, whether you're trading forex, whether you're trading indices, commodities, currencies, whatever, if it's trading during this time, it's going to use this logic. I don't want you to believe me. I want you to go into charts and study it. Now, differentiating first presented fair value gap when we're using opening ranges, not the silver bullet. Silver bullet's like the first one that forms after 10 o'clock, inside that 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock in the morning hour. When I taught that, that's very generic. But when we're using opening ranges, you want to look at displacement. Why wouldn't I look at that gap right there and call that the first presented fair value gap? Because if you take a look at that swing low right there, after we've taken buy side, as we're entering the opening range, we took buy side and then it displaces. So that fair value gap here hasn't even taken out that low. But this gap engages that low. It's laying inside of the proximity of that low liquidity. So it changes market structure, bearish. And now we can use this inefficiency to inefficiency, which is what? Suspension block. Now this first presented fair value gap is a bearish suspension block, and it reacts and respects the equilibrium point of it, which is classified as a consequent encroachment because it's a gap, it's an inefficiency. It's not a single candlestick like an order block. It's being viewed as a inefficiency because it's got a volume imbalance to the high end of it and the low end of it. You have to zoom on your own charts. Having this imbalance here because it's toggled to and tethered to that shift in market structure. It's laying across that. You see that? So there's no necessity for price to get back up here. If the market goes up there, I'm not interested. I want to see that stay open as a breakaway gap. But the first presented fair value gap here is the tradable, executable PD array. And you qualify and confirm that by what I'm saying here. The displacement inside the opening range of 30 minutes before 2 o'clock in the morning. The same application is done with 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning. The same approach is being used there. Now, I'm going to take it one step further. This imbalance here, it's the first candle in the opening range. If it's bearish and it's a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, this will act as 90% of the time. And listen to that rate, okay? 90% of the time, that's going to be an inversion fair value gap that's bearish. Why? Buy side's been taken. It starts the opening range of 30 minutes. It's an imbalance. And price rolls back over top of it. It should stop at the consequent encroachment level and not leave any bodies on the upside of it. And it doesn't even get close to it here and leaves the upper half untouched, trades into it here, gives you one more little kiss here, goodbye, and off to the races it goes. So what did I just teach you here? I taught you how to use the opening range for a London session. I taught you how to use the opening range for 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning when you're trading indices. It's the first 30 minutes. It's the first 30 minutes. And by applying this idea of, was there liquidity taken? You can clearly see that here. It runs above it. It absorbs all that. It throws down a fake bull flag. I teach this in my 2016, 2017 paid mentorship lectures that are on my YouTube channel. Just look for the playlists. That's a false bull flag, and it breaks down. And then you can trade into the inversion fair value gap. It hits it beautifully here, and it starts drawing down to the sell side here, down to the consequent encroachment of the higher time frame ranges that we graded, and then created a sell side liquidity pool here. And now we're entering another time window. It's the what? The New York open kill zone. So the New York open kill zone is what? 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the morning, or 10 o'clock in the morning if you're trading forex. Now here's a small, simple little caveat here. Okay. At 7 o'clock in the morning, I use the information I get from 6:30. If you remember back when I was doing paid mentorship, for those that were a part of that, in the lectures, I would always refer to how I would get up in the morning. The questions would come by way of, what's my routine in the morning? When I was trading forex, I would get up in the morning If I didn't trade London, I'd get up at least by 6:30 and get a feel for what the market was done. What does that look like? And what do I mean by that? Well, just be mindful that this is the low with sell side, and we had this retracement here. What just took place? Buy side with this run up in here. Okay. So now we're going to go to the next slide. Here's that same sell side here. Okay. Now at 7 o'clock in the morning, go back to 6:30. What took place? 6:30, we had buy side taken. It's simple. They've rated buy side. They've left sell side intact. All part of a larger draw on liquidity that's being pulled lower across all the higher time frames. So if that's the case, we can now look at, now here's the caveat for New York. Okay, why am I showing you 7 o'clock to 7:30 and not 6:30 to 7? Because I'm encompassing both forex, I'm encompassing metals, I'm encompassing oil, energies, all of the assets. Okay, and to make that streamline, you use 7 o'clock because that's when all the algorithms fire up. There's not one algorithm that runs everything with the same tentacles and everything at the same time, but every instrument is ran algorithmically, and it's ran by a price engine that is completely and utterly controlling price. But they all they come online basically at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then what you want to do is look at the reference points that I teach with my PD arrays within the context of the narrative, meaning what did it do at 6:30? Well, at 6:30, it took buy side. It's pulled down into sell side, and it left this sell side liquidity pool, but all these buy side liquidity pools here was rated air. We broke lower. These relative equal lows were taken, and then we traded right back up. Did that high take out that high? No. It traded right inside this wick. Grade that and see what that gives you here. And then we entered the 7 o'clock to 7:30 opening range for New York open kill zone, encompassing forex, metals, energies, indices, you name it. This is the way you can do it, where it's a general approach to doing it. It's the only kill zone that you apply it this way. Everything else is 30 minutes before. Okay, so the market runs up, creates a high, and then one more time rallies and takes out that buy side that's created there. So this is engineered liquidity, and then we have a shift in market structure below that swing low right there. This gap right there, this entire thing here, that has to be incorporated with this low because it's tethered to that. It's this low that's being shifted with a bearish movement in price. This bearish fair value gap, midpoint, consequent encroachment, the body stops dead in its tracks below it. It's allowed to wick a little bit above it, but then it comes right back down, gives it one more kiss here, and then runs aggressively down to the sell side. Notice that the mechanics are simply this. The run for the buy side, when you're looking for directional runs that are high probability, low resistance liquidity runs, not high resistance liquidity runs, low resistance liquidity runs always have an opposing run in direction before it happens. Meaning, if you're bearish, there has to be some measure of buy side taken before you enter the trade. You have to have that. In this case, we see it here. It rallies and then rallies one more time. That's a turtle soup. Okay. So the New York open kill zone, it's a little bit of a different animal versus London or the equities opening range at 9:30 in the morning to 10 o'clock. This one here is a little bit more quirky because you have to allow for all the different instruments that are traded at this time of day. I mean, think about it. London, Germany, Europe, they're all still up. It's like their lunchtime, and United States, the lazy folks that are here, they don't want to get up and trade London. They're going to come up and they'll trade session like this. So they get active, and these algorithms will fire up and draw in through ignorance their participation for liquidity purposes. They'll use them for that purpose, and they end up getting beat up. And one or two things happen. They don't trade the rest of the morning. If they're smart, they just go and heal, or they go in and try to revenge trade during the highest volume, which is 9:30 in the morning to 10:30 in the morning during the equities open. And they usually revenge trade there and blow their accounts or feed smart money even more. So it's a buffet, for street money to sacrifice themselves to smart money. By having this perspective of knowing what the opening ranges are and how to use them effectively, that's what I'm showcasing here. So you can see it's beautifully illustrated here, drops down and draws into the liquidity there.